Okay, so dear students, now one very important things which I want to deal with you, all of you, is that we should really know what is the authority, what is the type species of the plant associated bacterial genera. Since you all are the students of plant bacteriology, so yeah, I am showing this table to you, and you really need to learn it. You really need to write it. You really need to understand it. And I know तुम सब लोग बिल्कुल भी हैरान मत होना, इन सब को देख के पढ़ कर लिखोगे तो आपको ज़्यादा अच्छी तरह से याद हो जाएगा. आप लोग ये मत सुनना कि मैम मैंने मुझको वो दे दे. आप इसको आराम से अच्छी तरह से लिख सकते हो कि ये बैक्टीरियल जनरा है, ये टाइप स्पीशीज़ है, ये अथॉरिटी है, ये ईयर है. क्योंकि मैंने अथॉरिटीज़ के बारे में और इन सब चीज़ों के नेमिंग के बारे में, नॉमेनक्लेचर के बारे में और ये सब आप लोगों को अर्लियर लेक्चर्स में अच्छी तरह समझा दिया. अब जो मैं बताने जा रही हूँ इस टेबल को, वो केवल आपकी उस जानकारी के लिए बताना कर रही हूँ जो कि आप लोगों को ये समझ में आ जाए कि भाई आप लोगों को ये सब जानकारी लेना जरूरी है. सो बैक्टीरियल जनरा में आप लोग अपन 27 जनरा के नाम लेंगे और इनकी अथॉरिटी के नाम लेंगे और इनके ईयर्स के नाम लेंगे. सभी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और आई होप you all will like it actually, and you will remember it also. Whenever you want to remember, you can really open it, read it, you can listen to me, and I think it will come into your mind, you know. Like as I am also looking all of you through these slides, I am speaking to all of you, I am visualizing you all actually, that you all are sitting opposite to me in the class actually, whether in Jomner or you are sitting in Rudragapura in a very hot summer actually. So number 1 is Acetobacter aceti. Authority is Beijering, and it was in 1898. Then Acidovorax avinae, Villins, Felsen, Pot. I mean, these are some of the names which you can read them and understand. And 1990. Agrobacterium, again a very important bacterial genera. Agrobacterium tumefaciens, Corn, 1942. Please remember the years. Arthrobacter globiformis, Corn and Timic, 1947. Azotobacter crucocum, Beijering, 1901. Now another this table is Bacillus subtilis, Corn, 1872. Brinaria alni, and different authors are there: Hoben, Moore, Waterin, Steinakers, Murgard, Vernock, and Swings, 1999. Burkholderia, another very Burkholderia specie, a big list of the names. Kindly you can go through them. And 1995. Clavibacter michiganensis, 1984. Clostridium butyricum, 1880. Corynebacterium diphtheriae, 1896. Curtobacterium Curtobacterium, either you can also speak like Curtobacterium citrium, 1972. Enterobacter agglomerans, 1960. I am not speaking the names of the authors, you can very well read them, okay. Arena amylovora, 1920. Nocardia asteroides, 1889. Pentoe agglomerans, 1989. Pseudomonas aeruginosa, 1894. Ralstonia piqueti, 1996. Rhizobacter, 1988. Rhizobium leguminosarum, 1889. Rhodococcus, 1891. Serratia, 1823. See, 1823 is so old. Spiroplasma, 1973. Streptomycin, 1943. Xanthomonas, 1939. Xylella, 1987. Xylophilus, 1987. Okay, so we are through with the authority and the type species of plant associated bacterial genera. Okay, now dear students, after knowing that list of the bacteria and the names and authorities, everything, we are coming to the structure of bacteria. Hope you all have also studied very well in your earlier classes, but still then, since it's a requirement of your course, we'll be studying the structure of bacteria. How do we go about it? Okay, so I'll be dealing part by part actually. Today maybe we'll just talk only about flagella, maybe only the surface appendages. So let us talk what is the structure of bacteria. So bacteria were first studied under the light microscope using dyes and stains to investigate their structural features. Such methods actually showed that the bacteria were of varying shapes and sizes. There was a cell wall from which flagella could be observed to originate. A capsule surrounded the bacterial cell. A nuclear area was visible within the cytoplasm, and inclusion bodies were identified on the basis of the color reaction with certain stains. Later on, the use of the phase contrast light microscopy that allowed living bacteria to be observed, but even under the best conditions, it was not possible to study the ultrastructure, that is, the fine structure of bacteria. So the advent of the electron microscope with its high resolving power changed all this and revolutionized the study of bacterial ultrastructure. The use of electron microscopes permitted new insights. Okay, देखो पहले तो ये सिंपल माइक्रोस्कोप कर रहे थे, फिर फेस कंट्रास्ट से आए, सिंपल कैरेक्टर्स जानते थे, लेकिन उनकी हाई रिजोल्यूशन पावर नहीं थी, तो इसलिए वो लोग ज़्यादा डिटेल डीप स्ट्रक्चर्स में नहीं जाते थे. बट जैसे जैसे इलेक्ट्रॉन माइक्रोस्कोप आया, दे कुड हैव अ हाई रिजॉल्विंग पावर. ओके, और इसने एक रिवोल्यूशन ला दिया बैक्टीरियल अल्ट्रास्ट्रक्चर की. The use of electron microscopes permitted new insights into bacterial organization, and these could now be linked to cellular functions. There have been many existing developments, but only in instrumentation, but also in the procedures used to prepare specimens for microscopy. These have improved and greatly added to our knowledge of bacterial infrastructure. Ultrastructure. It has emerged that the bacterial cell is a dynamic entity. ये एक डायनेमिक है, स्टैटिक नहीं है. they are all dynamic cells actually, and it is the aim of this chapter actually. Now we need to really understand the new aspects of the bacterial structural study and point the way for the future investigations at the molecular level. So now this is just a general diagram to show you that about the schematic drawing of this bacterial cell, and different parts are there. You all know that the bacterial cell contains three major actually structural components. First is the surface appendages, then cell envelope, and the cytoplasmic organelles. So most important components of these individual components. So if we talk what a surface appendages is, it is what? Flagella and the fimbriae, pili. They are the main components of the surface appendages. What are the cell envelopes? Cytoplasmic membrane, and that means cytoplasmic membrane, then the cell wall, cytoplasmic membrane, cell wall, and capsule or slime layer. Okay, then we come to the cytoplasmic organelles, genophore, plasmid, ribosome, and various many storage granules which you are seeing inside. You can see ribosomes, laboratories, then volatile granules, nucleoid, and cytoplasm. All these are the cytoplasmic organelles. So we will now discuss one by one all these actually. The structures of these flagella. These are some, you know, all this bipolar different definitions, you know. Now what are the surface appendages? Okay, as I told you, surface appendages are flagella and fimbrial pili. These are very important. छोटा सा बैक्टीरिया है, लेकिन इसकी कैसे इसने अपने आप को अपने इस पूरे नेचर में अपने आप को स्टेबल किया है अपने फीचर्स से. देखिए उसके पास कैसे उसका डेवलपमेंट है. So various surface appendages are present on the outer surface of the bacterial cell wall. They are concerned with the relationship between the bacterium and its external environment. So what are flagella? They are the key structures concerned with bacterial motility. Nevertheless, these bacteria lack flagella may still be motile. ऐसा नहीं है कि flagella नहीं है तो motile नहीं है. A type of gliding motility can be achieved by flexible movement of the whole cell. This is mainly observed on solid media, whereas flagellar motion is common to liquid environments. Flagella can be located singly at one cell. Monotrichous flagella, I think अगर earlier आप देखें कुछ figures मैं दिखाना चाहती हूँ आपको. यहाँ पर कुछ है, यहाँ पर single polar and single peritrichous. इसमें भी सिंगल है, नेगेटिव स्टेन है. मेरे को लगता है कोई डायग्रामेटिक प्रॉब्लम आ गई इसमें, बट समवेयर यू नो यूनिपोलर आई मेंट टू से दैट आल्सो. एंड दिस इज वन ऑफ द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द बैक्टीरिया which I will be discussing. It is of gram negative organism. This will be I will be discussing later on. Okay, so you know, monotrichus, then amphitrichus, peritrichus, and as a tuft of flagella at the polar end, lophotrichus. They usually have a wavy or undulating appearances and are about 10 to 15 nanometer in diameter and 2 to 15 microgram in length. Flagella are composed of subunits of low molecular weight protein, flagellin 20 to 40 kilodaltons, arranged in a helical manner. The filamentous part of the flagellum extends outward from the bacterial surface and is anchored to the bacterium by its basal body. Now this consists of series of protein ring-like structures that hold the flagellum into the bacterial cell wall. Okay, this is very important. The filamentous part of the flagellum extends outwards from the bacterial surface and is anchored to the bacterium by its basal body. Okay, there is a basal body जिससे कि वो anchor होता है, उससे मतलब उस पे लगता है. This consists of series of protein ring-like structures that hold the flagellum into the bacterial cell wall. Although it has been suggested at the bottom of this basal body structure penetrates through the cytoplasmic membrane into the cytoplasm. The exact structural relationship between the basal body and the cell wall peptidoglycan remains unclear. A short hook region acts as a connection between the long outer filament and basal body, the latter being responsible for flagellar movement. ये अभी आपको दिखाया था ना, ये था जनरलाइज्ड डायग्राम ऑफ द मेन फीचर्स ऑफ द बैक्टीरियल सेल वॉल. ये पेरिट्राइकस फ्लैजेला है. Negative strains, relatively straight fimbriae from E. coli, जिसमें कि ultra thin sections का इसका. Now coming to pili and fimbriae. Many bacteria have surface appendages of various sizes and appearances called pili and fimbriae. These terms have been used interchangeably. The term pilus, plural pili, however, should be reserved for appendages involved in conjugation, that is the transfer of genetic material. And the term, this I will be dealing in the bacterial conjugation, and the term fimbria in the plural fimbria. इसको हम उस टाइम डील करेंगे जब हम अगली बार दूसरा लेसन लेंगे. This should be reserved for structures concerned with the adhesion of bacteria to various surfaces, including cell surfaces, and to each other in coaggregation, as for example in dental clay. ये तो कुछ example medical microbiology के भी हैं. On average, 1 to 10 conjugated pili and up to more than 400 fimbriae may be present on the surface of a bacterial cell. Fimbriae may be one or more types. Their diameters vary from 1 to 12 nanometer, and they may be 0.1